Glad we saw those plays that Brock was able to make on Saturday. Just how much does that just feel what you guys see every day when you go out there on the practice field?
Oh yeah, I mean, y'all saw it last year, practice every day. Brock's a freak athlete, so it's really nothing new to us. Kind of get used to seeing it at times, and he makes plays like that. You're like, he's the real deal. So, I mean, he deserves everything he's getting. I'm happy he's on our team, so definitely.
The speed or the jukes he's making out in the middle of the field that impresses you the most?
For both of them, really. For him to be that size and play tight end and still be able to move like that, like I said, it's not something that's very common with players at the tight end position. So for him to go there and do that, it's awesome.
And then you got Darnell, who's just like an incredible hole, blocking people.
Yeah, I mean, they're so different, but so unique in both their ways they play. Both freak athletes, both great people. So, like I said, I'm super glad we have both of them on our team. So,
as a receiver room, how much pride have y'all taken in perimeter blocking and everything like that? And how much did y'all work on it in the offseason?
Oh yeah, I mean that's a huge thing. I mean that's a big part of the game. I mean if you can throw it out on the perimeter and get 5-6 yards, that's just as good as a run up the middle. So, I mean really just kind of take a pride in that. I mean you can't just run routes and expect to play receiver. It's kind of both ways. You got to block and run routes. So, I mean I definitely think it's something we've taken more pride in this year, and I mean something we're looking to keep building on.
When you were being recruited by Georgia, do you remember Kirby being like, "Hey, you're not like you said, you're not just going to come here and catch passes. You're going to have to block." Do you remember that being a big part of the pitch from Georgia?
I mean, I wouldn't really say like a big part of the pitch. I mean, obviously, you know you're going to have to do it. You know you're going to have to come in here and play special teams, like something Coach Smart preaches on all the time. Best players play on special teams too. So, I mean, I wouldn't say really the pitch, but I mean, we kind of expect it. I mean, you have to do that if you're going to play anywhere, not just here. So,
Ladd, in your opinion, this offense, how different is it from last year? It looks a lot different, especially when you guys are rolling with all the kind of 53-yard wide stuff going on. Is it as different as it looks right now?
I mean, obviously we've had some great success, and I mean I feel like that's kind of, I mean, what we're looking to build on. When things are working, you roll with it, and I mean I think that's what we've done a great job with. I mean, get the players on the perimeter, let them do their thing, whether it's receivers, tight ends, running backs. So I mean, I think we've done a great job kind of dispersing the ball and letting everybody get a little piece of the action. And I mean, I really think that's kind of what's separating us. Everyone's doing something, not just one player. They can't key on one receiver, one tight end, one running back. It's kind of a little bit of everybody, and I think that's really what's helped us a lot.
How much is it tooling specifically for Stetson's skill set? You know, he has had
Right.
a full 9 months of like, yeah, this is going to be QB1.
I mean, yeah, Stetson can make plays through the air or on the ground, so I mean that always helps having a running back. I mean, even when protection breaks down, I'm sure the O-line are happy to have him scrambling around back there too. And, I mean, they've done a great job for the most part too. So, I mean, I think his skill set brings something that a lot of offenses don't have. So, it's good having him back there, being able to scramble around, make plays in the air and on his feet. So,
You talk about more guys getting a piece of the action. How does that transpire as far as practice goes? I mean, guys knowing, hey, if I got there, I'm going to get a chance to perform. How does that help?
Oh yeah, I mean, y'all have seen it. We go 4 deep in practice through fall camp. So literally every single player on our team is getting reps every day. So when you do that in practice, and then it kind of transfers over to the game. So and they've been getting all those reps, and that's kind of what we pride ourselves on. When something good happens and you need to come in, I mean, you're prepared. You've been doing it all camp, all practice.
I know Cash Young's got a couple of runs, I think Coach Spear got a catch. I mean, when guys like that come in, somebody like yourself who obviously gets a lot of playing time.
Shoot, I love seeing those guys get in there. I mean, that fires me up. So, I mean, even talking to them, they were so pumped up to get in there, get their first catch, get a couple of runs. So I love seeing those guys. They work so hard during practice, and for them to finally kind of get rewarded for it, pay off a little bit, it's so awesome to see.
What did you think of how the receivers as a whole played Saturday without AD, and specifically the guys who had to take on bigger roles without him out there?
I mean, yeah, I thought we did some great things. Obviously, there's a lot we can fix on or work on. Left some plays out there, some balls we probably should have caught. But I mean, that happens. B-Mac says there's not anything that we can't overcome. So, I mean, really just kind of staying level-headed and not letting that stuff get to us. But I mean, overall, I think we played well. Like I said, there's a lot of things we can work on. Left some stuff out there, but I mean, go back to practice, fix it, and make plays this week. So
that was Dylan Bell's first career start. What have you seen from him through his freshman year?
Oh yeah, I mean, every single day he's getting better and better. I mean, he works harder than anybody. So, and like I said a second ago, we practice 4 deep every day. So even when he was just got here, when he might not have been with the 1s or the 2s, he might have been with 3s or 4s. I mean, he was getting all those valuable reps that kind of transferred over to what he's doing now. So.
Ladd, how do you feel about the punt return game in terms of, you happy with how you're doing so far?
I mean, I feel like they probably could have made a little bit more on some of those returns. Biggest thing is protecting the ball. I mean, that's kind of what they tell us. Any tricky situations, I mean, obviously they want you to return and get a big return, but I mean, possession is the main thing. So, I mean, I feel like there's some stuff I can definitely work on, and we can work on as a unit. But, I mean, overall, yeah, fix little things, make some more big plays, have some explosives. But
Tricky, you mean like when the ball's on the ground like it was when it knocked off the players?
oh yeah, I mean that's something I got to do a better job of, kind of clearing everybody out. I got to see it; they can't see it, so I got to communicate to all those guys and tell them to get out of the way. And I mean, like I said, it was almost a bad play, so it's a good thing we recovered it. But I mean, that's my part. I got to get everybody out of the way.
Chris Smith was just after, and he mentioned talking about Kent State. He said, like, this team's no pushover.
Yeah.
What's y'all's mindset going into this Kent State?
I mean, same mindset as every week. I mean, played our standard. We're trying to beat everybody. Kent State's a good team. They're a senior-led team. They have a bunch of grad transfers, a bunch of older guys that have played a lot of football. They played Washington and Oklahoma already, so they played some big games. So, I mean, we know they're going to come in here ready to play. So, I mean, yeah, it's no different than any other week. We're coming with the same mindset, played our standard, and just do what we got to do.
Ladd, talking about Kent State, Coach Smart talked about their defense being unique. What is it that kind of stands out about how they play defense?
Oh yeah, I mean, like I said, they have a bunch of older guys. They have a bunch of experienced guys that have played a lot of football, and they play like a little defense that we've seen, kind of similar to Arkansas a little bit. Kind of keep everything in front of you. So I mean, you just got to put drives together, and you can't get what's the word? You can't get impatient with it. You kind of got to just like play your game and make the big plays when they come. You can't try to hit it every time. So I mean, really just kind of putting good drives together and do what we do. And I mean, I think our coaches are going to come up with a great game plan, and we trust them. So we just got to go out and execute.
Can y'all be better than you were last year? But can y'all be better than you were last year, even with all the guys you lost? I mean, is the talent here? I mean, maybe we're all looking at the people you lost. But
right? Yeah. I mean, I think the talent's always there. I mean,
yeah.
At any Power 5 school like this, you're going to have talent. So I don't think talent's ever the question. It's really just kind of go out in there, and if you can execute and do it. So, I mean, obviously our coaches have done a great job game planning. So, I mean, really it's on us after that. We got to go do it. And I mean, we're a different team from last year, not the same people. So, I mean, I think really just kind of going out and then doing what we do. And if it happens, it happens. So, I mean, I think we're a little different, but we can definitely still be a really good team.
How have y'all stayed to keep that motivation? We all said that at the beginning of the year. Obviously, y'all seem to be very hungry. Is it just because a lot of new guys are getting a chance to show?
I mean, yeah, I've definitely say, I mean, some new guys getting in there and getting their opportunity and wanting to make the most of it. But I mean, last year's last year. I mean, it doesn't matter if we won last year. No one's giving us credit anymore for that. So we got to go do our thing now. And this year's a new year, so we got to go out and approach it like we did last year. Like we haven't won anything yet. We haven't accomplished anything. So just kind of go out week by week and do what we do.
How would you describe working with Coach Monken? Like in the lab, he seems like a pretty brilliant guy.
Yeah.
He's coached a lot of different places. What's that like, going through, seeing the game plan delivered?
Oh yeah, I mean, Coach Monken's been around for so long, so he's seen some great offenses, been a part of great offenses. So, and we have trust in him. We know he's going to put together a great game plan, along with all our other coaches. So, I feel like we have the best coaching staff in the country, and it's awesome to have because like you can ask so many different guys their viewpoints and be like, hey, what do you see on this? What do you see on this? And they might have something that they could all give you. So I mean, really having just those guys that have been around for so long and can give you so much knowledge, it's really awesome that we have all these coaches on staff that can do that.
As a player, when you again talking about Coach Monken, he design a play and explain it, and maybe a new play to y'all, you got something, man, I never would have thought of that and doing it that way.
Oh yeah, I mean it gets fun sometimes. So I mean, obviously offense is fun. I mean scoring touchdowns is fun. So anytime we draw up a play like that or a play that we know we're gonna have a chance to hit a big one on, it's obviously cool to see. But
Kind of like a mad scientist or something.
I guess you could say that. So he's I mean they're always trying to dial up something good and put us in the best position and chance to win. So it's pretty cool to see.
Time for 2 more questions. Speaking of dialing things up, it looked like you were looking to throw on that reverse the other day. Was that a called reverse pass? Did you end up tucking it and run, or what was that kind of play like?
It was a little reverse. I just kind of tucked it and ran. So yeah, saved that.
How much does it help for you and other starters to start the game out, special teams, kind of get that first big hit out of the way and kind of work yourself up?
Oh yeah, I mean they kind of set the tone from the beginning. That's what they always tell us guys, like kickoff, return, like we're setting it now, setting the staple for how the rest of the game's going to be. So I think it's awesome to kind of get your legs going, get your blood flowing. So kind of get out there on special teams, it definitely does help.
Thank you, Ladd.
Sir.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.